Hello, everyone. How are you? Good to see you. Give yourselves a big round of applause for supporting live comedy here in Denver, Colorado. Excellent to see you. The final exam show for the 150 Comedy at the Denver Community College, correct? Excellent, excellent. All right, very cool. If you have anyone anywhere in the world right now that you think would, would love to see you do some time or would love to have, love to see a comedy show, the comedy show is going to be live streamed, or comedy show is being live streamed, hey, right now at hugeshow.com, like Eugene, hugeshow.com, EUGESHOW.com. Click on Watch Live. So you want to text your friends, Facebook them, tell them whatever to do that, okay? All right, cool. I'm going to give you a second to do that. All right, cool. We're done. All right, sweet. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up your host and MC for the show. Once again, thank you so much for coming out. My good friend, Professor Chuck Roy.
That's so fun. My friend Eugene Kenny right there. Gang, it is my pleasure to be the teacher for the 150 Comedy at Community College of Denver. A professor one day. That's professor would mean I'm full-time, and I teach the one class. I'm what they call an adjunct faculty member, which just rings right off your tongue, which is, I think, why all my friends call me Professor. Professor Fuckstud sounds a lot better than adjunct faculty Fuckstud. No matter what, I'm definitely a Fuckstud. What I do is I teach people how to use words like Fuckstud and elicit a laugh from their parents. Which is fun for me. I'm impressed at the turnout, and I want to thank you, honestly, for coming out here tonight and being with us. It's heavy, and you could have clapped when I said thank you. Yeah. You're right, puppy. Now's a good time for you to come up here. We do have a couple of guests. That's pretty standard for this class. The two of the dogs are, they're doing better than some of the students. I'm not supposed to give away grades, but woof, they're clever. And this is an impressive turnout in the rain and what is coming, potential snow. The rain, fantastic, by the way. I don't know. Anyone else feels like we needed some rain? I think this is probably Denver's best rain since Elway, right? Thank you, right? I watched you turn your head. First, you were so against me bringing up the rain, sir, and then I had a little pandering Elway joke for a Denver audience. That's a phenomenal move. We teach that in week 1. We teach right away. You come right up here and you say Elway fast. And I should double check before I start the show. I just want to see if you're having a good time tonight. Is that? Okay, all right. And you're right, I did ask you kind of early. Like I've only done the one joke, and here I am already quizzing you, like, are you having a good time? And I got to admit, I get that move from Beyonce. Even I have to learn, and I've come to learn, like, when I put on a show, it needs to be a little bit more like a concert, and that's not something I do well with in my shows. So I've been studying Beyonce, and that's what she do. She puts on a show. She's really good at it. And I watch her live in Glastonbury. It's on YouTube. She's playing like 100,000 people, and that's her, like, right away. She does one song, and then she's like, are you having a good time tonight? Like, when I watch the video, I'm like some of you going like, I don't know. Like, what's with the quiz already, Beyonce? You've done just the one song. But then she goes on. That's not good enough for her. She has more. She keeps going with like, tonight we're going to change the world. And that, yeah, that gets to me, you know. I don't know what we're going to do tonight, but I doubt we're going to change the world. Like, we're going to have a really good show, but like, she gets epic. She's like, after this, you're not going to have any bills. You're going to have bills. Don't bring that to this show. I know these students, their comedy is going to be funny, but is it going to end your debt? No. You know, some of you might come from out by the airport. Your house is underwater twofold tonight. Saw that, I brought back the rain. That's what we call a callback. Beyonce does this too. This is her move. She does, after each little thing she says, when she's like, we're gonna change the world, then she does this. Do you want me to do that during my show? Yeah, I think I look like, that looks stupid. I look like just, like, that's her move. Like, when I do it, I look like Bigfoot having a kidney stone. I just, we change the world. All right, okay. Well, listen, I have some wonderful students to introduce you to, and it's going to be a very fun comedy show. I hope you're as thrilled as I am to watch them. I see where some of you are. I want to tell you just a little bit how the show works and the class works. 16 weeks ago, these kids walked into a mobile trailer on the Community College of Denver. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. We learned this shit in a trailer park because it's going to be funny. I give him a book. A friend of mine, Jimmy Dunn, when I started comedy, he was like, you read this book, kid. And then Jimmy Dunn happened to come into the class. He's here headlining the comedy club, the mall store one down in Greenwood Village. He's on a sitcom, The McCarthys, on CBS. So last Wednesday's class included a guest visit from Lewis Johnson, who's Denver's best comedian, an oldest senior senator, and then Jimmy Dunn cruises in the door to hand them some tips on how to get a laugh on a sitcom. Which, you know, don't root against them. These kids can get there. I flunked out of college to get here. That's all you need to know. You know, I'm on Hulu now, so, you know, you can. Hopefully we draw the same path for them. So every joke they wrote is theirs and is original. That's the rule. They got to learn the art and they got to learn how to bring it to you. I think they have some top-notch jokes coming. I'm just going to ask you to give them your attention. And if you thought you were going to come here and heckle, I'll be here for you. Just want to make sure you know that, all right? All right. I think we have the best of spirit in mind, and I want to introduce the kids are going to take on the rest of the show. They're going to host it and throw down for you, so I'm going to introduce the host, the first of 3 hosts you'll see tonight. Would you please give them your attention and a great round of applause. Here's Adrian, everybody, and the spring semester of D150 Comedy. Come on up here, Adrian. That's your house now.
Kind of have problems with this always. It's kind of high. Hola a todos, muy buenas noches, bienvenidos al show de comedia de comedy. I'm just kidding with you guys. I'm just kidding. But thank you for coming out on this beautiful day. Thank you for coming out. It's going to be an amazing show, I think, hopefully. My name is Adrian Holguin, or Asso if you're my ex. You know, it's one of them. Have you guys ever heard of people say that being gay is a choice? I think it's true. I think being gay is a choice for sure. You choose top or bottom, right, Chuck? Yeah, I actually want to take the time and thank Mr. Chuck Roy for allowing me to learn under him. Not like that. No, not like that. Not like that. I mean, as a professor, I mean, he is a top, though, you know? Yeah. This past weekend, man, and I lost my phone. Has that happened to anybody? I lost my phone, and I was stressed out. I was like, oh, my God, all the calls, all the texts I'm missing, what's happening? By the time I found it, I was like a crack addict. I was just like scratching, like, oh my God, the calls. And I opened it up, nothing. Nobody called me, nobody texted me. I know, right? It was my birthday weekend too, so that was, yeah. Have you guys noticed the price of gas going up? I think it's time to start another war, right? Yeah, I totally do. I actually miss, I've been having problems. I have the habit of taking work home with me. Like, the first time that happened, I used to work at the bank. I got fired and arrested. And now it's like my other job, I'm like, I still have the habit of taking work home with me. And like, nobody told me I couldn't have sex with the patients. Nobody said that. But don't worry, I'm already looking for a new nursing home to work at. Hey, don't judge me. A little duct tape goes a long way, okay? I'm gonna move this here, sorry. Kind of looks taller than me though. Kind of don't like that, that's better. All right, guys, so I've actually missed my therapy session this week, so I guess I'm gonna talk to you guys about my dating life. You know, maybe you guys might like it. I dated this girl for a while, and the worst thing happened. She told me she wanted to break up. She said, "You have too much of Hope." And after the breakup, I was like, "Hope, you want to be my girl?" So I made Hope my girlfriend, you know? And I actually ended up marrying Hope. I married Hope. We were like together for an amazing 5 years. After that, we got a divorce. I was like, "Welcome to America," you know. So yeah, we got the divorce. I think it was like my foreignness, you know, like being foreign. Is that even a word, foreignness? To me, it is. So I think it was my foreignness because one time I went into her job and I walk in and I see her coworker comes and says, "Is this hubby?" And I look at her and she just smiles. My ex just smiles, right? And later I get home, close the door. I'm like, "Who the fuck is hubby, huh? Who the fuck is hubby?" Like, fuck, I knew it. Bitch, you're cheating on me. Well, remember the time you come in the bathroom sniffing your underwear? Well, they were your mom's. That's what I said, right? After a couple of fights like that, it couldn't work out. I think it was her fault, though. I think it was her fault. I really do. So after the divorce was final, meaning I was broke, I had to get a couple of roommates. I got a few roommates, and two of them suck. Like these roommates, like two of them suck. They don't cook, they don't clean. Like anytime I leave them by themselves, I always come back to a mess. Like I'm starting to regret adopting them. And I think like, who in their right mind would give 2 babies to a 27-year-old, right? The other roommate's the cool one. Well, he's kind of creepy. I met him on Craigslist though, so, you know. Like one time I caught him like sniffing his fingers. It wouldn't be weird, but he just got out of the bathroom. I was like, okay. I kind of think he likes to like dig in his butthole or something. But hey, this guy can bake, man. This guy can bake, I swear. He makes the best brownies. After living with him for a while, I realized he was locking his door at night. And I asked him, "Hey, bro, why are you locking your door, man?" He's like, "Adrian, I'm tired of you walking into my room at night, bro. Like, I don't mind you walking in, but the naked part kind of bugs me." So he said that, right? And then the sad part is we found out about my naked sleepwalking when his mom was in town, man. Poor lady woke up to what looked like a Mexican Oompa Loompa in the nude. So I've actually been having problems with sleep sexing. Like, I'm not a doctor or anything, but that shit worked in court. Yeah. And so I've been having problems with the sleep sexing a lot. Like just last night, I woke up having sex. I would have never realized, but she barked. And talking about having sex with animals, my ex and I rarely had sex. Like, rarely has. Have you guys ever heard of like that saying that people say like, "Why buy the cow if you get the milk for free?" Yeah. Well, I feel like I bought the fucking cow, and I was lactose intolerant, because I was never getting milk, man. I was like, you know. So I kind of think the divorce was good, you know. Maybe that's why she left me. I did call her my little cow, so maybe that's why she left me. But I actually, after the divorce, you know, I did some experimenting, a little bit of experimenting, and I came to know a lot of different types of sexual partners out there. So now I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of the sexual partners that we have in case you get lucky tonight and you wonder like, what kind of type am I having sex with, you know? And then you think of me. Then you'll be like, oh, yeah. Side note, I just published my book. It has all the types. I sell it on 12th and Federal by the Santa Teresa Church. It's a pretty good crowd there. Sunday, 6 p.m., mostly pre's. I tell them I don't have the kid edition, the boy edition. So, like the first type that I met was the farmers. Has anybody heard of the farmers? Those are the ones that like to be tied like cattle, you know? They're kind of the ones that like to ride you. They're like horses. You gotta spank them hard to get them going. They even like to get branded, like you just hit it real hard. There's your hand. Then you, then you have like the masochists, like crazy bitches. I'm telling you, crazy bitches. You know they like you to beat them like when they were little, like their parents used to. I don't know what's their problem. Beware of those, okay? Then you have your skanks. I like those. Yeah, you have your skanks. I think most of them are like medical students though, because they know a lot about STDs. Weird. They even told me, like, one of them even taught me how to treat herpes, you know? Oh, don't worry. I got him, like, I take a class in Metro, and I was sitting in one of their chairs. I think that's how I got him. Metro, right? That was a joke. Right? I go to Metro too, sorry. But then you have the religious ones. Does anybody know the religious ones? Those are the ones that are like, oh God, oh Jesus, ay Jesus. And then they start screaming, and you're like, oh my God. But they love to be on their knees too, man. So those are crazy ones. Then you have the last call at the bar. Ugh, last call at the bar. They're like period underwear, you know? Like nobody likes them, but they're needed. Right? So, thank you. So we're gonna have, so I like to think of myself as a hopeless romantic, you know? I like to set the mood. Like, you know, like invite the girl over to my place, have dinner at my place, dance at my place, drink at my place, you know? Some shit's going down at my place. So just last week I had this girl over and she came in, you know? So as soon as she walks in, the temperature's 85 degrees, right? Fuck the light bill. This is gonna allow her to take off her clothes slowly but surely. You know, it's part of the moves. And then I buy the love potion. Love potion, that's a cheap ass vodka. Cheap ass kind, the one that tastes like rubbing alcohol? Yeah. So after like a little bit of love potion and 3 hand massage, well, 2 hand massage and a pinky rub. She was ready, she was like wetter than my grandma when she drowned, for real. So we were about to get at it, right? We're like doing our move and stuff. And I'm feeling her, and like she takes off her clothes. And I'm like, wow, her body's so perfect. I was ashamed. I was like, if I take off my clothes, that love potion's gonna wear off, dude. So I became the night crawler. You know, this is the one that doesn't like to do anything with the lights on. It's kind of like the ones that you think they might have something, they might have herpes, but you're not sure, and you're kind of horny anyway, so you'll take the risk. You just feel around, though. Am I the only one that does that? Maybe. But, so we're like, once we were getting at it, like, I felt her arm, and she had like a calorie burner, like in her arm. And I was like, yep. That's the moment I recognized another one. I come up with a new type. That's gonna be the health freak. You know, this is the one that like wants to have sex to burn calories. They don't care if you're big, if you're good, or if you went down on them. They just care how many calories you helped them burn. You know? For real. Honestly, I think it was like a 2-minute walk because she never called me again. So thank you for coming out, guys, tonight. You know, like I said, beautiful day. The rain stopped, guys. What the fuck? Oh, okay, yeah, it's kind of bad. Well, because we're walking in, getting all wet and everything. It's like, no, it's nothing, okay. But I'm Adrian. You guys feel more than welcome. There's an Adrian Olguin. But if you Google that, there's a famous comedian named Adrian Olguin here in Denver, so that's not me. Actually, believe it or not, I got called for a gig, and they were like, hey, yeah, we want you on our show. And I was like, you know I'm not the famous one, right? I told them that, yeah, they didn't hire me. So the funny thing is that this guy is my friend on Facebook, the comedian. And I told him, hey, man, these people want you to play for them. So I told him, hey, maybe a couple of bucks, you know, this way, that'll be nice. Like this thing, like I rented this stuff, you know. I don't make that much. I mean, I'm taking community college classes. I don't make that much. You know? It's kind of like trying to get there one day. But follow me on MySpace or send me a fax. Or even better, just page me. Okay? So I'm actually going to bring up somebody else here real quick. It's an amazing girl, really, really funny. Her name is Magnolia. Woo! Exactly. Follow her on Instagram. Is Swagnolia, 3 A's. Okay? So awesome. That's my time, guys. Bring it over. Awesome. I'm gonna put this up. She's taller than me.
Hello. So my name is Magnolia. I just turned 18. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. So I'm 18. I lived with my parents before I moved to Denver. I lived in Falcon, Colorado, and I just moved to Denver. And now I live on West Colfax. And I guess if I had anything to say about that, it would be that I should have researched the neighborhood a little bit more. Do you know how much it sucks when you accidentally move to the ghetto? No, dude, for real. I don't check the weather anymore. I don't have to. What I do is I go into my stairwell and I count the number of homeless people who are asleep. Oh, let me tell you, any more than 2 and you're gonna need to bundle. Sometimes I go to the building next door to compare results. Be like, hey, I got 3 tonight. How about you? No. Yeah, I'm 18. It's kind of a weird age though, because I'm an adult in a lot of ways, and I'm still a kid in a lot of ways. And I'm an adult in the way that I go to work and I pay rent, and I can go to prison if I fuck up badly enough. And I'm still a kid in a lot of ways. Like, I don't know how to send a package, and I also don't know how to optimize the settings on my dryer for really soft clothes. Feels like I'm wearing cardboard. Man, that prison one though, whoa. I think about prison a lot, actually. Some real shit. I'm trying to run up the statute of limitations on all of my theft right now. Is anyone in the same boat? No? It's a lot like, yeah, a few people. Yeah, it's hard. It's a lot like going on a diet. Like 5 days in, I'm thinking, all right, well, 6 years of this won't be so bad. And then J. Crew releases their spring collection, and I'm like, all right, well, I can start on Monday. Speaking of the law, it's illegal to eat snow in Florida. Did you know that? I have my theory about that, and I think it's because too many people in Florida have been tricked into eating bath salts. Some senator was watching the news one night. It was like 5th night in a row they're running a story about some teenager. He's like, no, it ends now. So here's a fact that's true. I found this out. Some people fuck their teachers for better grades. I'd like to do that. But like, I don't know. I don't know how you do it. Like, how do you get there? You know? Does anybody, I mean, it's kind of like, I need to know now. It's finals. I'm in the middle of a final right now, if anybody. Oh, jeez. I think what it is I need to stop taking online classes. I gotta stop taking classes where the instructor is gay. Yeah, there's a lot I could do there. Everyone is really passionate about their favorite music, and that sure is great in such a cynical age, but I feel like, on the other hand, it goes the other way a lot, and it's negative. Like, people really hate music. They think if they don't like it, they think it shouldn't exist. And that's kind of self-centered. Like, just because you don't like something doesn't mean it doesn't have value, right? Like, okay, example, Nickelback. I know you all can hate on some Nickelback, but you tell me, if Nickelback wasn't writing music right now, then what would my dad's workout playlist look like? It was prime dad workout music, right up with Linkin Park and Backstreet Boys, right? So, my boyfriend's German, and I like to make fun of him for it, because, what? Please don't, it's America, English, please. So, where was I going with that? Ah, fucker. Yeah, so my boyfriend's German, and I like to make fun of him for it, because, I don't know, I guess it's just kind of the way it goes, that when your people lose 2 major world wars, you kind of become an easy target for humor. I don't know, like, what are the odds that, you know, you pick a fight with everyone, you lose, you gradually rise to become a superpower, take over half the world, and then you still lose. Like, that's pretty goddamn funny, right? So we were talking about German fables, and we came upon the topic of Struwwelpeter, and the way that one goes is that once upon a time, there was a punk named Struwwelpeter, and he never cut his hair or his fingernails, and all the German parents were like, whoa, look out for Struwwelpeter, he sure is unruly. And so then he lost all his friends, and no one ever hangs out with him, and he's super lonely, and that's the fucking end. That's how the story goes. Right? Like, what kind of story is that? Like my critique? Okay, number 1, shitty plot. Terrible plot. Number 2, no character development. There's like, he's the same boy from start to finish. Nothing happens. And then number 3, the morals at the end are shady. Like, I should have just watched an episode of Glee, honestly. But I thought, I'm not German, I don't know, maybe there's something there that I'm not seeing. Like, you know, I asked him, what is the significance of this story? And he told me something else. I'm going to summarize it for you here. Struwwelpeter should have not been such a shithead. He should have cut his hair. And he'd have friends. And that's like, what a terrible moral. That's the moral of the story. Understand how big this story is in Germany. It's huge. Like, they had put it on mugs, like tourists buy it. It's big. And the whole thing from start to finish is just a message aimed primarily at kids about how your number 1 priority should be grooming ethic. Like, what? I don't know, it kind of says something about the Germans a little bit, doesn't it? Just a little? Like, I mean, isn't it the Torah that tells us not to shave our beard? I don't know. I'm not saying anything, but was he an Hasidic Jew? I don't know. So then I started looking at more German fables. I was curious. And a lot of them are like that. It's crazy. I thought for a second I might be reading a middle schooler's diary, but it turns out it's just the historic works of a rich and beautiful society. So there's Germany for you. So I work in customer service, and for those of you who aren't in college, that means basically that for $8.23 an hour, I will be your bitch. Yeah, I was in an abusive relationship before this though, so it was fortunately made an easy transition. Yeah. I don't know, it's really like, you know, talking to customers all day makes me kind of think about life and my life, and it makes me think a lot about the way that I was raised. Because, you know, my parents, I think they really meant well when they were raising me, but they just they taught me some lessons that were misguided, you know? Like, they taught me that words like please and thank you, like magical talismans, they're gonna get you what you want in life. But, you know, me working in customer service, I know that's not true, right? Like, we all know what the magic word is when you're at the counter and you're not getting what you want, right? It's cunt. That's like the last straw where I just fucking give it to you. I don't just leave. I'm 18, come on. Oh boy, you really wanted that mocha for free, didn't you? I really fucked it up. I don't know. I don't know. I think everyone needs to be a little bit nicer, though, you know, and realize what a privilege it is to have expendable cash that you can just throw away on stupid garbage like skinny mochas. Which, I don't know. By the way, not that anybody asked, because it's a rhetorical show, but do you know how stupid it is to order a skinny mocha? Like, it's an oxymoron. It doesn't mean anything. It's stupid. People think that because there's a big misconception going around right now that if you order non-fat milk, it excuses the quarter cup of Hershey's chocolate syrup. That, I don't know. I'm not a mathematician, but something's not adding up there. Like, no, people come to me and they'll say like, oh, can I get a vanilla latte? I'll better make it skinny. I'll be good today. Like, bitch, you're not being good. You're being misled by a marketing scam, is what you're being. It's like, that's like you coming to me and saying, hey, you know that thing that's a lot of calories and a lot of sugar? Well, can you give me that, but can you take out the part that makes my body absorb it a little bit slower? Yeah, just take it out. I don't want it. I don't need it. Like, come on. People really think that that's like, no. You know what we should do? We should make it, if you want to get non-fat milk, that's fine, but it's not skinny anymore. It's silly bitch. Yeah, can I get a silly bitch caramel frappuccino? Yeah, no problem. Have fun spiking your blood sugar. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, guys, awesome. Give it up for Magnolia. Yeah. Awesome. Remember, follow her on Instagram, Swagnolia, okay? So next I'm gonna bring up my boy, Alex Meza. Give it up for him. Let's go.
All right, guys. Wow. Ooh. Thank you so much for coming out. Like you said, my name is Alex Meza. Appreciate you guys supporting us. Really quick, before I get started, I just want to let you guys know, in case anybody's looking for the hookup. I found out on the way in, I heard on the radio, apparently, I now have a friend in the diamond business. So, let me know. So, Alaska has legalized marijuana. That's exciting, yeah. I was thinking about it, and I realized, if you consider the size of Alaska, technically speaking, more than half the country now has legal weed, so this is progress. I also heard, not on such a good note, unfortunately, that apparently polar bears are starting to disappear at an alarming rate from the North Pole, and people are starting to debate the reason why this may be happening. I think the answer is pretty obvious. Santa Claus. Those are fursuits, people. So if opposites attract, then how come all the women I date are also chubby douchebags? It's weird. I heard opposites attract. That's why I let myself go. It's not working out so well. I actually used to be fat, but I had to lose weight because I realized that when I let food run my life, I'm not a very good person. Yeah, for example, have you guys ever seen those Children's Miracle Network commercials? You know the ones, sad stuff, the emaciated Ethiopian children, big eyes, flies. For only 25 cents a day, you can save a starving child. Am I the only one sitting there thinking, man, I'm in the mood for some baby back ribs. Barbecue sauce. That's dark. So obviously I have a lot of ex-girlfriends. I'll tell you guys a little bit about them. My most recent ex-girlfriend, she broke up with me because apparently she has a good relationship with her family, whatever that means. Her dad particularly hated me. Simple misunderstanding, people. I was surprising her with a trip to London. He, unfortunately, was in the other room and took it out of context when he heard me yell, "I'm taking that ass to Pound Town." I don't know. He didn't have a good sense of humor. My girlfriend before her, she actually broke up with me because she said I had a fucked up sense of humor. Whatever. I think the final straw was when she yelled upstairs to me one night. She yells up, "Alex, what do you want to eat for dinner?" So I thought I'd be funny. I yelled down, "You're pussy." She didn't laugh either, ma'am. At all. It wasn't my fault. She should have told me her grandma was visiting. Dated a midget once, but it didn't work out. So I bought it a home gym. But she got fat anyway, so I broke up with her. No, I didn't break up with her because she got fat. I'm not a monster, people. I broke up with her because we just didn't see eye to eye. Although that reminds me, her viewpoint was right in line with what I thought was most important in the relationship. That is why we dated in the first place. So have you guys ever met anyone who's taken an oath? What a pretentious bunch of douchebags they are. I took an oath. I took an oath. Whatever, you promised. You did the grown-up equivalent of pinky swear. I took an oath. Whatever. Quit being a fucking pussy and just write the prescription. You know what I mean? Oh. Speaking of prescriptions, I went to the pharmacy recently and I found out that apparently the Plan B abortion pill is now over the counter. No prescription necessary. Yeah. It's pretty exciting news for me. Obviously, I had a lot of questions for the pharmacist. First one being, can men purchase them? Are there bulk discounts? Do you have color and flavor options? I've got plans. So I now have a lifetime supply of Plan B. I keep it in Advil bottles. Oh, yeah. That way, when I bring a drunk girl home from the bar, the next morning I just put a glass of ice water on the nightstand and Advils, and I'm a nice guy. No? Okay. Speaking of being an asshole, I like to fuck people's day up by randomly singing Christmas carols. Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Good luck getting that out of your head, guys. What even is a jingle horse, anyway? Is it like a really effeminate horse that all the other boy horses make fun of? Never thought about that before. Just imagine. Hey guys, check it out. It's Tom. Fucking jingle horse. Hey Tom! Nice cardigan, you fucking jingle horse. Pick up your feet. That actually reminds me, I rewrote an old joke. If you guys have heard this before, please throw it out there. This is my take on it. What do gay horses eat? Nope, dicks. Thank you guys, that's my time. My name's Alex Meza. Thanks again.
All right, guys, give it up again, man. This guy's funny, right? Yeah. Awesome. So, help me welcome my girl, Patience. Here. Give it up for Patience, please.
No, it was not his accent. My name is actually Patience. To be fair, my mom had been talked down very harshly to naming me Prudence, so I think I got the better end of the stick. Can you just imagine being named Prudence? Like, don't be Prudence, Prudence, or don't be a prude, Prudence. I think either way I would have been screwed. My name has been teased. I mean, we all have been through that stage where you have the annoying elementary school kids who think they're funny. Misspelled, that's a... You would think most people who work anywhere would have at least a middle school to high school education, but apparently they don't know how to spell patience unless they spell it like patient. I'm the patient at the hospital. I'm a little sick of it, just a little. And then, for some odd reason, people just call me the wrong name in general. I've been called Precious more than once. I don't know where you get precious from patience, but pretty sure I have a Satan boiling down somewhere deep inside, so not very precious. If I was precious, I would have flirted my way into a better job and be able to pay tuition. Why do you think I'm at community college? So, yeah, retail. I am another one, as Magnolia likes to call it, retail's bitch. But I don't work coffee, I don't work in a movie theater, I'm not a waitress. I don't get to come home smelling like burgers, fries, coffee, popcorn. I smell like broken dreams, cheap clothes, and depression. I work at Walmart. I mean, it's a little better. You still have to deal with the insane and crazy, but for $10.50 now, I think I can handle it, just a little. You know, the funny thing is, what I've noticed is that when you enter Walmart, even if you have a little bit of sanity, that's gonna go right away as soon as you leave. I am 90% sure I'm gonna become the Harley Quinn to the Joker. If you got my last joke, I am a nerd, as the common folk like to call it, or geek. Geek is another word. But, you know, we actually preferred the term intellectual badass. Which, you know why? It's because we speak in lyrics, we speak in quotes, and we can probably confuse you more often because we could call things like a pirate would. Like shipping and cannons. All the way through. But because I have trouble speaking it, I stick to nerd. Which reminds me, you know, I never realized how hard it is to find fellow nerds in the public. You might be able to find them once in a while, but they're like exotic peacocks. I'm being serious. You guys think I'm joking? Try approaching one at Walmart. He was wearing a Final Fantasy shirt, and when you go up, he kind of like put his hands up and did this weird dance and cawing. Most of the other coworkers ran to the other side of the store. Let's just put it that way. You would think I would be a little more used to snow. I'm from the East Coast, but you know, I really do think Colorado has the most bipolar weather that I've ever seen. Who agrees with me? All right, so let's get this going some more because my 12-year-old brother is at home and I'm scared of what he's gonna do. So our next guest is the cutest one in class. Oh, and Carrie too.
Oh, it's really bright up here. A lot more intense than my makeup mirror. Sit, Dino. This is my friend Dino. He'll be my prop for the evening. I know you can look and stare and smile, and I know you're looking at him. Anyways, I'm Carrie. I am from California, like the rest of Colorado. I am also one of those road rage drivers that's infiltrated the state. Sorry about it. Again, this is Dino. Handsome devil he is. So Dino has been a part of our class all semester long. He has come to class not as often as I have, and I'm pretty sure has better grades, and teachers see him more of a teacher's pet material than me. I'm not sure. I don't know why. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm cute and cuddly. Anyways, Dino's gotten us into a lot of really weird situations. Definitely memorable. We were on a family vacation in Florida. We're huge Giants fans. That's the San Francisco Giants. Yes, world champions 3 times. You know what I'm talking about. No one wanted to take the dog out to go to the bathroom. Fine, I'll go. Well, lo and behold, this man approaches me. What a cute little dog. And I look at him as he's doing his business, mind you. He's cute while he's doing his business still. And I just look and I was like, wait, hold on. It's fucking Paul McCartney. I'm telling you, it was a real shitty situation. So anyways, Dino, he's great. He comes to school all the time, and I like to tell people tell myself that when people approach me, it's because they want to talk to me. Not because he's cute. He's the ugliest thing I've ever seen. Oh, don't feel sorry for him. Oh. Please, Mom, don't patronize me on the stage. So I come from a great family. Love my family. A lot of people would maybe equate us to the Griswolds, plus 1 retarded brother. It's my turn. So, my parents are great. They supported me in all of my terrible decision-making throughout my life. Thank you. Sorry. Mother's Day is tomorrow. Mom. Thank you so much for ruining your body so I could have a better life. Speaking of moms, has anyone seen... I'm pretty sure that the Baltimore mom fight got more recognition than Mayweather because she landed more punches for sure. My mom's great though. I love to tell her things on important evenings. On her birthday, I told her that I'd smoked weed. Happy birthday! I remember when I came home from college and she found out that, sorry everybody, I hope we're all at least 18, I'm no longer a virgin. She found out, and PG, we're PG, right? So she found out we're no longer a virgin. She cried. So upset. Oh, Carrie. But then when I went to my Oma, my grandmother, I went to a nice road trip down to see her, and she says to me, so how's college? What's going on in your life? And I tell her, what happened in this big event in my life. And she looks at me, and, oh, you're becoming a woman. Oh, excuse me and my bad dog. He might have something to say. No, he's just checking out the other fine lady in the room. They're classmates. He knows her. There's a better chance of doggy style happening in our class, that's for sure. Sit down. Sit. So I went to an all-girls high school. In that, it provoked a lot of questions for me. What's prison like? I've never really been around anyone who's been to prison, but then I thought about it. I went to a Catholic, uniform wearing, all girls, high school. It's the same fucking thing. Oh, he's checking her out. There's a lot of similarities, Nuns run the school, prison guards. Each class is like its own little life sentence kind of thing happening. And then you move on to college, and it's like you've moved into your probationary period, because during probation, you're breaking all the rules anyways, or so I hear. Just like college, I didn't follow the rules. Sorry, that's probably why I don't go to Regis University anymore. But speaking of high school though, right? Why is it high school? Is it 'cause you're high all the time? I was. Sorry, Mom. Why not like board school, party school? That's what I learned to do. I'm proficient at partying, and I can teach any one of you after this evening when I can drink, because my professor will fail me if I do this evening. So yeah, after high school, I moved on to a liberal arts college, Regis University. I don't understand though, because like liberal arts, I'm a Republican. Liberal arts. Okay, wait, I think I got it, right? Liberal art. The only liberal art piece that I can think of would be like Obama, comical, yet always colorful. Right? Right? Sorry if you're a Democrat, but fuck you. I do support smoking weed, though. We live in Colorado. That's why I'm here. So yeah, you know, it was great. Now I've moved on to the Community College of Denver. It's great. Chuck Roy's there. That's why I'm there. And you know what I've noticed? You know, he might have to pee, so, or he's just checking out the fine ladies. Sit. Thank you. No, he doesn't have anything important to say. So I've moved on, yes, Dino, I've moved on now to the Community College of Denver, where we go on a regular basis. And isn't he just so cute? Oh man, I know you're just, oh sorry, don't look at him. God, he knows it too. So anyways, Community College of Denver, it's great, but what I've noticed is, you know, when people approach someone who attends to community college and say, oh, hey, where do you go to school? Well, you see, right now, I'm in a community college, just building up some extra credits, you know, so I can move on to Brown. I will get there. Maybe I'll just work on, you know, work on the campus doing flowers, but I'll be there. So another, you know, college, it has a lot of expenses, one of them being books. Why can't it be like elementary school where they just give them to you? They go out of print in 2 years anyways. I don't, you know, it's really frustrating. The reason that I took stand-up comedy is because the book was only $8.95. It fit into my drug habit way better than a biology book. Will you sit? Thank you. He thinks this is a treat. It's a treat for you to be up here. He just winked at me. It's hot up here. Is anyone else really hot in here? Anyways, stop laughing, Michael. I told my brother if he interrupted me, I'm gonna punch him to a beanpole. Practicing earlier, and every 2 seconds, hey, wait, hold on, what are you doing with that? Wait, no, I'm trying to fucking practice. And I never get a word out. I'm the youngest, so I'm used to it, but shit, man, I gotta get a break. So this semester, a lot has happened. You know, as far as unfortunate things in the news, you know, lives mattering or not mattering, people crashing planes into the ocean. intentionally and not intentionally. You know, I just really want to be able to get from point A to point B in a time machine. They talked about this like years ago. When the fuck is this gonna happen? Thanks, guys.
Give it up for Dino. Oh, and Carrie. Now we'll introduce Dino's girlfriend. I mean her owner, Billy. Give it up for Billy, guys.
Wow. Anybody got an extra Xanax? I was really nervous about this, and I was told that I shouldn't tell you how nervous I am. I wanted to open my set with a really good joke. And so I spent a lot of time thinking, you know, what kind of joke I could open my set with. And I thought, you know, maybe I would open a joke with, you know, one of the jokes that professors had said over the past semester. And then I realized that I should probably start out with something that's actually funny. Sorry. If there are any professors in the audience tonight, I would like you to know that if I did laugh at any of your jokes, I was pandering you for an A. I thought, you know, well, maybe I could do some pot jokes. It's Colorado, right? Woo! Yeah, legal weed. Because that hasn't been done to death. I was racking my brain trying to come up with something, just something that was, you know, funny. And I thought, you know, Colorado has an overwhelming amount of fit people. Give you guys a hand, seriously. The healthiest state in the country? Are you kidding me? And I know why, because you guys got all these mountains, you love hiking. I mean, you got all these 14ers. I just wish their parents would dress them more accordingly. Now that I got the pedophile joke out of the way. I do want to thank you guys for coming out tonight. You know, it's depressing out and rainy and clammy, and Jesus, it really reminds me of my relationship with my ex-wife. Speaking of ladies in my life, sit down, girl. Thank you. Speaking of ladies in my life, you know, I was fighting with my girlfriend the other week, and she started talking about things that had absolutely nothing to do with the topic at hand. Fellas, has this ever happened to any of you? Like, you know, she throws you a curveball out of nowhere. You're like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? You know, my girlfriend, she's like, they're analogies. So, you know, I went and got her some Benadryl, and all of a sudden, I'm the bad guy. I was just trying to be helpful. But no, I never listen. What? I'm telling you, this has got to be the hardest invisible girlfriend I've ever dated. I would break up with her, but I would never know if she was stalking me or not. You know, damn you invisible people. Actually, now that I think about it, that was probably kind of rude to invisible people. If there's an invisible person in the crowd that took offense to that joke, please feel free to fill out a complaint form. They're located down this hallway, out the back door, in the dumpster, along with my college education. But no, I wanted to go out a couple weeks ago, and I wanted to go dance, and so I was begging my lady, and you know, she said, she looks at me, she goes, you don't have to twist my arm, and you know, she's right, because she's not into S&M. But along the way, I must have said something that just, I must have said something wrong, because when we got there, she was mad. She was through the roof. And, you know, I really wanted to deal with it, and you know, as a man, you know, we gotta buck up, we gotta face the music, right? So as soon as the band took the stage, I turned my back to her and faced the music. Had a good night after that. Honestly, To be truthful, I hate pussyfooting around with her, but it gets her off. It's kind of a weird fetish, but whatever. Ooh. Excuse me while I cheat. This is how I passed this semester, too. You know, I honestly, I don't like avoidance in my relationships. So I tend to cut to the chase directly, Jason mask and all. Needless to say, I have been in some choppy relationships. It's honestly not even going to be that surprising when I tell you folks that we broke up, and but it's okay because you know I'm keeping my chin up. It's mostly so I can look down my nose at her new boyfriend. It's fun. Try it sometime. You know, she told me some of the things that ruined the relationship. You know, she said she was at her wit's end, and I can understand that. You know, because her jokes just weren't funny. And then she told me I was needy. She said I needed a lot. So when I broke up with her, I got with a realtor. I got that lot at a really low closing. If there's any out-of-towners in the audience looking for some property, holler after the show. My new lady did want to know what made me tick. I told her it was a nervous disorder. Looking back on it, I kind of think it's fucked up for her to point it out. And here I go cheat again. You know, but dating a realtor, that does say something about the economy, right? The economy's bouncing back. At least that's what I'm hearing. I mean, I personally haven't seen it, but CNN wouldn't lie to me, would they? Honestly, I have been reaching out to social media more and more for my news. I'm not sure if it's unbiased or super biased or whatever. But what I am noticing is that the more and more I reach out to social media, the less social I'm actually becoming. The irony. So to counteract this, I've been doing this whole online dating thing. You know, because I'm antisocial with a sex addiction. Other than the carpal tunnel I've been getting from swiping left and right, now everybody knows what fucking side I'm on. I can't help but notice we all like the same thing, ladies. You know, we all like mimosas and hiking, Netflix, and evidently being single. As I'm going through profiles, though, ladies, I do have a question for you, and I don't mean to be rude. Yeah, I do. What the fuck is your infatuation with hipster beards and mustaches? Seriously. No. You know, I personally try and avoid people that look like they've been featured on To Catch a Predator multiple times. Like, and don't get me wrong, there's a place for beards, you know? Like, I'm an Oregonian, so know that I'm really redneck. But there's a place for beards. There is, you know? In the mountains where it snows. Or if you're cutting down trees, if you're a logger, you know, I even heard it's called the lumberjack look. You know, another great example is if you're in a biker gang, you know, bikers, I think that's kind of a prereq. You got to have a big old gnarly ugly beard, you know, for your Harley. But fellas, your fixed gear crew does not count as a biker gang. I got a really big question for society. Why the fuck are taxes due at the same time as every single one of my school projects? Like, there couldn't have been just a little fucking coordination between the government and the education system. But, you know, we know you got spring break coming up, and considering you're in community college, we know you're gonna be fucked up that week. Afterwards, we know you have finals, which you'll study for after spring break. We're just going to cover it all with a blanket of debt, stress, and taxes. It would have been funny if it wasn't so damn true. You know, this semester was really rough for me. It was really rough. I took a class that I probably should have been able to fail. Oh wait, no, I probably should have been able to pass, but I failed it. Yeah, seriously, I failed it, and I couldn't believe it. This is my first school failure, and it appalled me because, you know, it's not that I have a problem with failure, it's that I have a problem with failing school. Usually when I like to fail, you know, I fail in private, which is why I close the bedroom door when I masturbate. I feel like I skipped a whole section of my jokes. But, you know, spring break was a couple weeks ago. And we all had get-togethers with all our friends, right? And two major things happened to me during spring break at one particular party. The first thing is you know, my buddy comes over. Has anybody got that friend that comes over and the moment they walk through your door, they just automatically need to use your shitter? Like they don't have a shitter at their house. They have to come to your house and blow up your shit. So he comes out the bathroom and he's like, yo, dude, toilet's plugged. Think you need to have your drain snaked. So confused, I called my lawyer because he was the only snake I know. The other thing that happened was as we were sitting around a bonfire, my buddy looked up at me and a slightly depressed look on his face, and he said, you know, on Friday, I told my boss I got cancer of the ass. And I was shocked. I was really shocked, and it sucked. Because, you know, I've known this guy for a while. I mean, I'm not his dad or anything. I can't really tell you when he stopped wetting the bed. But I would like to think that if this man had prostate cancer, he probably would have told us when he found out. Think about it this way. The man told his boss before he told us, his friends. So, you know, I was sitting there, I was a little jaded and pissed off, and I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, how did you get cancer? Like, how did you get the ass cancer? Are you going to take chemo? You know, does chemo even work for ass cancer? I don't know. And unfortunately, for me, it was a setup, because this was one of those Bill Engvall moments for me. You know, here's your sign. Because my buddy, bless his heart, he's your average guy. What I mean by that is he watches football on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday, and whatever other day they comes on. He builds hot rods for a living, builds choppers that are featured in the KBBI Hot Rod Rock and Roll Car Show that win every year. No joke, this guy is on top of his game. But what he's not is a doctor. So any advice or any words that came out of his mouth, I fully expected to come from a professional's mouth. And he looks at me with this undaunting look, and he says, of course I know what caused the ass cancer. My boss has been blowing smoke up my ass for so fucking long that I got cancer of the ass. And I need a pay raise and a fucking vacation to relieve the disease. This stopped me dead in my tracks. Not that I was walking, because obviously I was sitting and drinking. But I was trying to break it down in my head, and I'd like to break it down for you folks too. Have you ever thought about what it means to blow smoke up somebody's ass? Like, seriously. We usually refer to it as being a bad thing, right? Like, the guy was blowing smoke up my ass means, he was lying to me, or he was bullshitting me. But who's this guy that actually enjoys blowing smoke up people's asses? Is this like some kind of new sexual fetish? Seriously, am I going to see a new category on Pornhub called smoking holes? I want to shout out to everybody who knew what the fuck Pornhub was. Thank you. But, you know, it's odd. You know, how does he even get the smoke up your ass? Is there a special straw that he uses? Or does he just duck face up to it? I knew there was a purpose for that look. But what about the receiver in this situation, you know? Like, I personally, I never expect to have smoke blown up my ass, and it's always kind of shocking when it happens. I never even know it happens until, like, I'm standing around and I just fart, and all of a sudden, pff. What the fuck, is there a car salesman around here? Give me 1 second, I need to remember my line. And it takes me by surprise because, you know, I never remembered the smoke being blown up my ass. It's not like I think I would remember bending over with my pants around my ankles, you know, for the opportunity. But it gets up there somehow. So maybe the smoke blower is a magician, right? David Copperfield, maybe? Oh yeah, that just dated me. I picture it kind of like this, you know. As you can plainly see, we have a cloud of smoke here. Now, if you watch very carefully, poof, it's gone. Thank you for your assistance. You may feel a little gassy as you sit back down. I really need to apologize for that joke, folks, because I do not know how my magician became a guy with a really terrible East Indian accent. Because that, you know, magicians, that's the social norm that we attribute to East Indians. You know, I looked up some statistics, but they weren't funny, so I made some up. It's easier that way. The first thing that I'd like to share with you is when your professor tells you not to get stoned or do mushrooms before you get up on stage, you should probably take his advice. I'll let you know how it goes, though. The CDC does state that men are most susceptible to ass cancer. That doesn't mean that, ladies, you shouldn't get checked out. In fact, ladies, there's a soundstage right back down the alley, and if you need to get checked out, I'll be there after the show. Oh, don't be cruel. I'm a pre-med student. You know, really, the CDC does state that people should start getting annual checkups for ass cancer after they graduate college. The reasoning behind this is they figured this is the time in a person's life where the most smoke has been blown up their ass. But please remember, it only takes a vacation and a pay raise to kill ass cancer. Thank you.
How about one more round of applause for Billy? Okay, so last but not least, you're going to see his face more often in our next part. But give it up for Evan, Freeze.
Fuck. All right. Hey, guys. I was going to move this. I'm Evan. Let's give it up again for everybody else that performed tonight. They did a great job. It's awesome. I just wanted to make sure they got their applause before I came in here and just fucked everything up. Yeah. Anyway, God, I hate public speaking so goddamn much. It's like one of my biggest fears in the world, right behind sharks, spiders, and my mother. Oh my God. Anyway, a little bit about me. I'm really good at making mistakes. I was at CU Denver doing film for a few years, and boy, oh boy, that was so much fun. Learned a lot there, like new ways to hate myself, and also that all of these little pretentious art kids, they're all so very enlightened and none of them see race, yet somehow everything is fucking racist. So that's a lot of fun. God, anyway, I'm from Wyoming, which explains a lot about me, like why I'm so empty. Yeah. God. I don't know. Wyoming is an interesting place. Their motto is, Wyoming, where the men are men and the women are men too. And I find that ironic. I feel like that'd be more fitting as a slogan for a bar that Chuck would go to. So. Unfortunately, my mom still lives up in Wyoming. She's a great lady. I am really excited, though, for Obama to no longer be president. Not for any political reasons, just so that she'll stop saying the N-word every time the TV's on. I'm just kidding. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I love you. If you're actually watching this. Yeah. She supports me. She was patient while I was in film school. God. Yeah, Wyoming, crazy. You guys like weed? Of course you do. That's what I learned in this class, pandering. The state of Wyoming does not like weed, turns out. Due to Colorado's new stance on marijuana, Wyoming has decided that it is now considered probable cause for them to pull you over and search you if you have a Colorado license plate, which is a real pain in the ass for me because it's really going to cut into my drunk driving time up there. I'm just kidding, I don't drive drunk. I don't think I can't remember, who can say? Well, let me get a little bit topical with you guys. New Year's resolutions. Yeah, timely, right? We're about halfway through the year. So stupid. We're about halfway through the year now, and I decided it's as good a time as any to kind of check in, figure out how I'm doing with them. And this year, I think I'm doing okay. My main resolution this year was be a better person, which sounds really vague, but actually, I'm killing it. Yeah. For example, I called my grandpa for his birthday this year. At least that's what I'm telling my mom and my grandpa. He has Alzheimer's. It's not like he's going to call me on it. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well. Except for there's my other resolutions I'm not doing so well with. Get into fewer fistfights with women. And win more fistfights against women. Yeah. But yeah, I'm doing okay, surprisingly. Depression, everything aside. It's been, actually, officially today, it's been 3 weeks since I last broke down and cried on the floor of the shower until the hot water ran out. So yeah, a bit of a hot streak there. Speaking of hot streaks, I've had Taco Bell breakfast pretty much every morning for the past 2 weeks. So, I've only shit blood twice. We're good. We're good. God, where am I going with this? I actually had a pretty good day today. I knew it was actually going to be a pretty good day because by noon today, I had already made like 3 Die Hard references. And that's my bar for a good day. I didn't make them to anyone in particular because I was home, alone, drunk at noon, crawling around in a pile of my dirty laundry and filth. But yeah, what do you expect me to do? I was very dehydrated, and all I had in my fridge was beer, and my Brita filter was broken, okay? I'm not an animal. I'm not going to drink from the fucking tap. I'm better than that. I'm above that. I'm just kidding. I'm not above that. I fucking hate it when people say they're above stuff. I was out. I took this girl on a date fairly recently. Took her to the Chipotle because I'm a romantic. And while we're there, I was relayed the message from the kind sir at the cashier's desk thing. The cashier, that's what they're called. And asked her if she wanted to eat there or to go. And she looked at me as if I just tried to finger fuck one of her 15 cats. And very loudly and very animated responded with, "Oh, fuck that. Why would I ever eat here? I would never eat in a fast food restaurant." Whatever. I was gonna ask her like why she was okay eating the food from there, but not actually eating there. But I just really didn't want to engage with her because she was a feminist, and that was adorable if you're into that. Yeah. I don't know. I imagine if we had the dialogue, it would have ended up with somehow it would have all been Batman's fault. To her, she uses Batman as a scapegoat like the Republicans use Obama. Thanks, Batman. But I guess I do sort of see a point where she brings up the thing where Batman is a representation of impossible male physical standards. Yeah, I guess I get that, but you know, he's a fictional character. And clearly, I'm not too affected by it. I actually just heard about the what is it, the craze of dad bods? Are you guys familiar with dad bods? Yeah. Yeah, me too. And apparently, though, I've been living it for years. It definitely explains, though, some of the women I've attracted. The daddy issue crowd. But yeah, so anyway. Yeah, again, going back to being above stuff, the reason is, long story short, I learned that it's stupid to be above things because I had the sobering realization one day when I was getting pizza at Big Daddy's on Colfax that I am not above, I thought I was, but I am actually not above people with neck tattoos because many of them are much more employed than me. This may surprise you a little bit, but not what they would call good with the ladies. It's kind of hard to when you look like an anthropomorphic dumpster fire. But yeah, I have, surprisingly though, had some success. I was actually in a relationship fairly recently. It was, I don't know, I didn't take it too seriously, but apparently it got to the point where it was way more serious than I actually had intended. You guys ever had relationships like that? And it got to the point where she had a key to my place and everything, and I bet you think, yeah, that sounds really serious. The thing is, though, is I didn't give her that key. She went out and made a copy of it one night while I was sleeping, which was weird, I think. I don't know. I found out about it, though, I don't know how long afterwards, when one morning or one night I woke up and she was sitting at the foot of my bed watching me sleep. You know, like a murder ghost? Yeah. So I did what anyone would have done in that situation, and that was I let her break up with me 2 years later. So. Proud owner of 2 dogs. I wish I had a dog up here so I could just like bail on some of these jokes right now. Like the safety net, like, oh, cute. I don't, so. Yeah, I'm a dog person, actually, which might surprise you because I'm a bit of a loner. I'm weird, unpleasant to be around, strange, rude, boorish, have poor taste, and I'm generally wrong about most things. And those are all traits of cat people. But, yeah. I love dogs. And there is a thing, though, I take issue with. I love the sentiment behind the saying, dogs are a man's best friend. And that's all well and good, but I disagree. I believe that a real best friend would, you know, occasionally kick in for rent here and there. They wouldn't eat the food that I bring home that I didn't say they could eat. They wouldn't shit on my bed. And they wouldn't hump my girlfriend, you know? And that's something that my human best friend and I agree on, and that's probably why he kicked me out of his house. So, yeah. God, I was at a point in a relationship, like my most recent relationship, where I thought, you know, there's the comfort level, and I thought maybe we're at the point where I can shit with the door open, you know? Sacred part of relationships. I really misjudged that one. Woefully misjudged that. She was not having it when she saw me doing that. In my defense, though, she was the one that bought me the tequila, and our closet didn't even have a door on it. All right, guys, I'm so sorry for all of that. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Oh, go ahead. Oh, all right. Well, how many of you guys like improv? I heard mostly the appropriate response to that, boo. We're with you on that. We are students of Chuck Roy. But he really, really, really wants us to work for this fucking grade. So, yeah. Yeah, so anyway, we're going to be doing an improv game here for you guys to showcase the hilarity of improv. The first game, or this game is called Fairy Tales, where we're going to be, groups of us are going to be coming up and reenacting scenes from Chuck Roy's autobiography. Just kidding. No, what's going to happen is the groups are going to come up and do a short, like 60-second long scene from a famous fairy tale with a twist of some kind of movie genre, and we'll be taking suggestions from the audience for that. Did I kind of explain that clearly? Who knows where I'm at right now? Yeah, okay. Without further ado, first group will be Carrie and Adrian.
Thank you guys. Funny guy, right? Love this guy. He's funny, man.
Hey.
All right,
hey, Kevin Hart, can you hear me down there?
He's actually my cousin. Well, from another mother, right? Yeah, what about, like, you guys know any fairy tales? Can you guys give us a fairy tale? Give us a fairy tale.
We need some fairy tales.
Somebody, Jojo. Oh, okay.
I heard Cinderella.
Cinderella it is. All right. So now we need a movie genre. Any kind of movie genre besides silent. Come on, more. What?
I heard porn.
Porn it is. All right, so Cinderella porn, right? Do we need this? Do you want it?
I don't know.
I guess so.
Do
Yeah,
you
let's see.
need that?
I'm ready.
Hold on, let me just. Oh, wait. Time out. You know, people do like me for me.
All right.
Not because that cute little asshole.
Am I
Oh,
supposed to
look, what a
grab
nice
it?
blue shoe. Wasn't her shoe blue?
Yeah, okay.
I think
You
it
guys
was.
ready? Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Excuse me. Sorry. Wait. Oh,
So first,
what's happening? Oh, it's like a lovely ball. Oh, how nice. I met my Prince Charming. Oh, no, the clock has struck 12. I must leave.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
This is a fucking big shoe, man. Man, that girl gave good head, so I gotta find her. Oh, can I try this shoe? I have a foot fetish. Bounce chicken, wow.
Oh, wow.
Cinderella.
Oh, that's happening.
Here we go.
Right now. Whoa. Hold on, I need at least 2 minutes before you're able to go in the back door.
Awesome. I think that's our time, guys. I hope you liked it. It's kind of funny. Thank you very much for putting up with us. That's kind of funny.
This is the better mic.
You want that one?
All right, yeah, that was just truly magical. Next group is, unfortunately, myself and Billy and Patience.
What's up, guys? Oh, okay.
Here, Billy, take this. You lead the show on this one. Oh, real quick, this mic's on. Perfect.
Okay, can we get a fairy tale? Go. I heard Rapunzel.
I'm hearing Rapunzel.
I'm hearing Rapunzel.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Can we get a genre?
I hope Pulp Fiction.
Okay, I heard Django, but we could do Pulp Fiction.
It's the same movie, right?
Whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. So what did you say?
Pulp Fiction, I think.
Okay.
Well, do you want to go?
No, that's fine. What are we doing? What was the other thing? What was the first? It was Rapunzel?
Rapunzel.
Okay.
We're gonna kill this. It's gonna be fucked up.
I mean, we already are not getting confused with the movies or anything.
Improv.
Woo!
Man, where the fuck is this bitch at? Yo, Rapunzel! Let down your motherfucking hair! I'm fucking horny up for this bitch! What the fuck? Got me down here waiting and shit!
What?
Say what one more motherfucking time! I fucking dare you! Bitch, where's that hair?
Let me throw down my extensions to you.
You threw me a weave? How the fuck am I supposed to climb a weave?
What?
Say what one more motherfucking time?
And that's all our time.
I think we did our time. Thank you, folks.
Woo!
Oh, joy. Not enough feet for a Tarantino thing. Our next and final group for the improv, thank God, is Alex and Magnolia.
Hey, what's up?
Let's do this.
Cool. All right. We need some motherfucking suggestions. Let's get a fairy tale.
Fairy tales. Little.
All right, Little Mermaid.
Sweet.
All right,
Genres,
you
movie
can
genres.
stop. We're doing Little Mermaid.
What? Oh. Movie genres, people. Let's hear them. I heard porn at least 5 times.
Yeah, porn.
Porn.
No, it's porn.
Okay, I will be the porn.
Hey, nice shoes. Wanna fuck?
Well, you look a little young, but it's not a deal breaker.
Little.
But you're half fish. Where's your vagina?
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, there just happens to be this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I can trade this in for some legs and vagina. Only thing is, I'm gonna not be able to talk for the duration of that trade. So, I mean, is that cool?
Fucking perfect. Let's do it. All right, that's it, guys.
All right, that concludes the improv segment of this show. Anyway, our final bit here is a sketch called Newscast, where all of the performers from tonight are going to take place in something, I guess. I don't know. I didn't go to class. So, anyway, without further ado, everyone. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 150 News, 24 hours of airtime and 24 minutes of actual news. My name is Dildo Baggins.
And I'm Cock Johnson. These are our top stories.
Chuck Roy is a top. Back to you.
The White House Correspondents' Dinner was this week, and all the media elites were there, which is why we were not invited.
It overshadowed the coverage of the kerfuffle in Baltimore. Proof that black lives do indeed matter, but only if you're the president.
Our next story is brought to you by our field correspondent, Precious.
It's patience. Say with me, patience.
No need to be impatient. Patience.
Ugh. We're here at the most prestigious part of the Armory campus, the mobile trailers. Hundreds of thousands of dollars are saved here every week.
Wait a second. Are you at a trailer park?
Yes, Cock. Literally tens of thousands of dollars worth of cutting-edge technology as late as 1994 are in this. Our house was in this trailers.
Sorry, I hate to interrupt you right there, but there's actually been a breaking development in our main story tonight, Bear Watch 2015, which is brought to you by Denver Public Health, which is brought to you by Chlamydia, which was brought to me by my ex-fiancée, which was brought to her by our very own albino condoms in the field.
Thanks, Dildo. Thanks, Dildo in the studio. I'm here at Tracks looking for the bear. We're near the end of the semester, and our grades are still not posted. We've been searching for Chuck high and low, all the places he told us he has been throughout the semester. Wait, is that my dad? Where's my dad dressed like my mom? Fuck.
Thanks for your thoughtful reporting, albino. Interesting stuff, huh, Dildo?
Oh, it sure is, Cock.
Now, to negate all of the weather updates of the past several hours, here's our resident meteorologist, Megan Rain.
Thank you there, Cock and Dildo. Oh, it's foggy here in Denver, but pleasant. I've inhaled enough to fail a roadside sobriety test. Oh shit. It's snowing outside, like a metro student. Well, who saw that coming?
Sounds truly magical out there, Megan.
And now, checking back in on Bear Watch 2015 with junior correspondent Prudence.
God damn it. Yes, Dildo, I am here at the Wrangler where we found Chuck earlier in the year. And by we, I mean the male students. There's no sign of Chuck, so we may have to raise the Bear Watch to level yellow. I'm heading over to the bathroom now to... Oh, hey, Bill Cosby is here. What's that? Sure, I'll take a drink.
Breaking news. I am being informed the patient has been sexually assaulted by Bill Cosby. Speaking of questionable guys named Bill, here's our very own Billy.
With our sports update, I would like to let everybody know that blind students have been running marathons looking for professors to update their grades. This usually wouldn't be a problem, but the end is nowhere in sight.
Ha, ha. Always tasteful, Billy. I'm getting an update from our meteorologist, Megan Rain. Why are you on Bear Watch?
I don't know. Anyways, I come to you from the X Bar. My morale low, but hey, the show must go on. I'm walking up to the bar now. Let's just say it's snowing even harder than it is outside.
It's still snowing out there?
Who knows? Oh yeah, Chuck's not here.
Wonderful, Megan. Now, joining us in the studio is our Bear Watch 2015 analyst.
Good evening. I'm Brian Williams, reporting live from the surface of Neptune. I'm sorry. I'm being told this is in fact untrue. I apologize. I seem to have misremembered. A quick update on Bear Watch 2015. I think we're closing in. I'm being told a large number of Asian twinks are gathering outside of Boys Town. So we're quite confident Chuck is somewhere close. Dildo, I believe it is rumored that more tiny Asian men have climbed Chuck than have climbed the Ninja Warrior obstacle course.
Oh, and I thought my Asian choking fetish was unhealthy. That sure brings a whole new meaning to the phrase, crouching tiger, hidden dragon.
You've got that right, Dildo. In lesser news, another black man was accidentally killed by police. For further coverage, here's African-American correspondent... Oh, I see. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. But it seems our African-American correspondent was standing a little too close to a government building, and let's just say we're hiring. Back to you, Dildo.
Well, we are sure having a truly magical night here. Don't you agree, Cock?
Sure is, Dildo. Say, aren't you of some vaguely ethnic descent?
Indeed I am, Cock, but apparently not the right kind to earn a good grade in Chuck's class.
Delightful. And speaking of, it sounds like Albino Condoms has a breaking development.
Hey guys, I'm out the comedy club here. Chuck, the students are trying desperately to get some laugh from the crowd. But I think Chuck is here. Excuse me, I have to go on.
Golly, what a night. Yeah, this joke's not gonna work.
I bet. Well, it sounds like we no longer have anything else to report on tonight.
That's a shame. Well, viewers, thanks for bearing with us. For The150 News, I'm Cock Johnson.
And I'm Dildo Baggins. Special thanks to the Community College of Denver. Bottom shelf prices, top shelf memories. You get what you pay for. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's The150 Comedy. Give them a nice round of applause. That's their show. 16 weeks ago, they didn't have any stand-up comedy routines. It's 16 weeks later, and I think they all have a stand-up comedy routine. Would you give them a nice job, a nice round of applause? Great job, everybody. I want to thank you all for coming out to our show. If you would like to hang out, we're doing another show at 10 o'clock. The alumni from last fall's class are here. I've gathered some of the funniest from last semester to come out and play the Late Show tonight. So all new comedians and all new comedy for the Late Show. You're welcome to stick around. Our thanks to the Armory for hosting us tonight. The bar service is always excellent here, and we certainly appreciate it. Good night, folks, and thanks to Eugene Kenny for broadcasting this. Please watch us on Huge Show. Good night, everybody.